But if you have been searching for a way to make an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month without draining your savings, without quitting your job or taking on a full-time secondary job, you're really going to want to hear this. I know right now it's really important that we make a little bit of extra money, especially for those of you that really want to get ahead and you're like, well, where am I going to come up with the extra money to invest? Where am I going to come up with the extra money to buy a secondary home? Where am I going to come up with the investment money to start a new business? It takes about $16,000 more Canadian a year, about $10,000 to $12,000 more US a year to live exactly like you did last year. Everything is going up, and either you increase your income or you start saving, and savings is not a great plan because it's not going to keep up to inflation. So we all need a little bit of extra money right now, but we want to find something that is flexible, that doesn't take away all of our time freedom, that allows us to continue living a really great life without having to work around the clock. And it's really important that we find something that has a low startup cost. Most people don't have a pile of money to throw into a franchise or to start a new business with, and that risk is too high for something that they're not sure of yet. And we want to create something that is potentially long-term and scalable. Sometimes we forget about the options that are right in front of us, or maybe we've even dismissed them and not thought about them because of other people's judgments or stigmas. But if you want to get ahead right now, you've got to learn how to do that in a way that allows you to still have the freedom that you desire in your life. Most side hustles do require trading time for money. You're going to have to take some time out of your busy schedule to tutor somebody, or maybe you have skills to be a bookkeeper or a VA for somebody on social media. You're still trading dollars for hours. And affiliate marketing is really powerful, but usually you're building someone else's brand. I'm a huge believer in building your own personal brand, because then you can sell whatever the heck you want to the people that you want to serve at the highest level. And that is something that nobody can take away from you. If you get into something like franchising, or maybe even it's direct sales and you're doing some drop shipping and selling online, that could require a heavy inventory load or a ton of upfront capital that you've got to buy and be willing to sell on the other side. If your goal is sustainable, scalable income, you need leverage. For many years as a hairstylist, I trade time for money. I had to have people in my seat to be making money. I couldn't duplicate myself. I tried to hire other staff and people only wanted to see me. But there are very few side hustles that offer that scalable income. And this is something that is so important, because this is how you leverage your time. This is how you work less hours and make more money. For those of you, and stick with me, that maybe have never tried network marketing, I have to tell you why it's different, because you probably have heard all of the stigmas. It's a pyramid scheme. Nobody makes money doing that. That is not the case. I am definitely not one of those people. I've had that in my back pocket. I've had that as part of my income for the last 9 years. And that income has allowed us to move countries. That income has allowed us to buy houses that I never thought we'd be able to afford. That income has allowed me to build out my own funnel, my own brand, be able to invest back into myself, into coaching, into networking. It has allowed me to do so much more because I had this solid, stable income that was coming to me every single month, and I did it as a side hustle. And it's the thing that fueled everything else. So you can think whatever you want, but I'm going to encourage you to hear me out on this, because most people think that it's this weird MLM thing, but it's actually one of the smartest business moves that you will ever make. If you don't have money to invest, if you don't have money to start a real brick and mortar business, most people are like, just run some Facebook ads. I'll set up a funnel. Do you understand that it's going to cost you $20,000, $30,000 to do that correctly? So where are you going to come up with that money? Well, network marketing has always been the answer for me. And it's always been a way that I've been able to help people even the playing field. It doesn't matter what background you come from. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Everyone has the same shot. Do you have the desire to win? Do you have the desire to do what it takes? Because in network marketing, there is a very low startup cost, usually under $1,000. I can tell you from running a brick and mortar salon, that was not even a drop in the bucket for how much I spent monthly. If you have low capital to invest, it's a really great way to get ahead. There's no inventory, there's no shipping, there's no tech headaches because it's all done for you. Most companies have a system in place, they have an app in place, they have marketing in place. So they're email and text messaging your customers that you're bringing in and helping them find solutions for other issues. Mentorship and a community that's going to teach you from the ground up so you don't have to figure figure it out on your own. And let me tell you, that is the fastest way forward, by jumping into something like that and learning from people that have had success. And you also get to earn from not only your efforts, but your team efforts. So some people are like, well, you're just making money off of other people. I don't make any money if you don't succeed. None. So I'm highly invested in helping you develop your business and helping you develop the skill set that you need to build that business. The rest is up to you, but it's not about making money in this industry. It has been one of the most beautiful ways to meet other people, to be able to travel the world with free incentive trips. How many people are dying to take a vacation? And that's built right into the compensation plan just for doing your job, just for sharing with people. And it also has a ton of rewards in leadership, in relationship building, not just being in sales, but having that community of people. The residual income potential, the part where you get paid over and over and over for the work that you once did. You acquire a customer and then you get lifetime commissions every time that they buy a product that you actually love and enjoy. Look, the reason most people get really weirded out by sales is because they don't want to be seen as manipulative or convincing or slimy or sleazy or salesy. They don't want to be seen as any of those things, because the real reason most people get into network marketing is because they fall in love with the product. I would never work for a company that I couldn't wholeheartedly stand behind the product and want to share with everyone. And what do we do, especially as women? We share all the time. What's your favorite Netflix show? What's your favorite restaurant? Where is your favorite place to go on vacation? Where did you get those jeans? Where did you get those shoes? We share automatically. And so why wouldn't you take a commission for sharing a product that you love, that you know is going to help somebody else? So it's really about heart-centered sharing, which becomes sales. What if you connected with people at a heart-centered space and people taught you how to do that? And then over and over and over, you're getting paid when people share because they love it too. It's also something that fits into the small pockets of your day. I did this. I built an empire with babies. Holding my babies, wearing my babies, cuddling my babies, putting my babies to sleep. I didn't want the hours, so I could work around my kids. I can work a few strategic hours and create this income if I have consistent daily action, and it doesn't have to be any more than an hour. 2 hours if you want to move faster and make more. But here's what really gets me. As human beings, we are constantly seeking growth. We are constantly seeking the next level. We want more. And the personal growth is absolutely unmatched in this industry. This is what helps you build confidence. It helps you perfect your communication. It helps you step into a leadership role. But imagine that if you could get paid like an affiliate, that people would see you with a product or want to buy that product, or you recommended that product, but you have the power of residual income, mentorship, and a team that duplicates what you're doing. That's the beauty of network marketing. If you've never had any success, it's because you probably haven't had the right mentor. You probably weren't shown the correct skills. You probably didn't use the activity that was going to move the needle forward and make you money, and it wasn't clear to you, and you didn't know how to do that in a way that felt good. Then you'll have people say, isn't that a scam? First of all, it isn't a pyramid scheme. Let's be very clear about that. Network marketing is a regulated, product-based, and performance-driven industry. And that's what I love most, is that I don't have to ask anybody for a raise. I can go create it myself due to my activity level and my performance. Most people say no to this industry because they don't understand what comes next. And what comes next is leadership and guidance and communication and training and support and helping other people. Network marketing today isn't what it was in the 90s. So let's reframe that. It has evolved into a new digital, more professional, and it is more powerful than ever. And this is what is so important about having opportunity that allows you the freedom to work whenever you want, wherever you want. There are a few things that you need to look for in a good network marketing company. You have to look at a solid consumable product that people reorder, and it has to be competitive. If people can buy it at Costco or Walmart for cheaper, they're not going to buy it from you. So what makes it so unique and different? It has to be competitive. The leadership and the mentorship, you have to be able to trust them. You have to see that they have systems in place, a duplicatable system, a training system, so that doesn't fall on you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You want to understand the past, present, and future, where the company is going, who owns the company, who's in charge of the corporate team, what have they done in their life, what successes that they had, how are they qualified to run the company. And you also have to look at the community and the culture and the training so that you know that you're not doing this alone. You want to know how much money is coming from customer sales versus bringing brand partners, social marketers, distributors into the business. Is there a lot of customer-based money that's coming in, which is sustainable and people are reordering, or does that drop off? Why are they dropping off? Do they have systems that'll help you keep those customers and connect with them? Again, most people don't make that kind of money because they're not motivated to make that kind of money, or they don't believe that they can. But your belief is what will get you there. I did a post yesterday that says you will never out earn what you believe you're worth. So I had to rewrite this past story of what I thought I was worth or worthy of so that I could step into a future that would allow me to live the way that I chose, the way that I wanted to. I didn't want to have to go check my bank account when I went to the store. I didn't want to have to check my bank account when I was booking a vacation and wondering what hotel I could stay at or afford to stay at. I didn't want to have to say no to my daughter if she wanted to go horseback riding, or if she wanted to do gymnastics, or if she wanted to do cheerleading. I didn't want to have to say no to those things because we couldn't afford them. So we had to figure out something else, because obviously when I was doing trading dollars for hours didn't take me to that level of income that would allow us to afford those things for our family. And I didn't want to work a secondary job that would take me away from them even more. So what are you willing to do to change things is the real question. And are you willing to do something different and learn a few new skills that are really not difficult, that you can do from home, in your pajamas, by the pool, in your hot tub, wherever you are in the world? We've gone on to do multiple seven figures in this industry. It has allowed us the most beautiful life. My husband has been able to be at home with us, raise our kids together. And I don't care what other people think because they're not the ones paying my bills. People are judging you all the time. I judge myself. I judge my husband. I judge everybody because that's what we do as human beings. But you have to have an awareness of that judgment and realize that it's not yours to own from other people, and that you have to start making decisions based on the future you want to create, not on the past that you've experienced. My gosh, I wish I'd found this at 19. I wish I'd found this at 20. I wish I'd understood the opportunity that was in front of me at that point in time and started decades ago, because this is the one thing that has changed our lives and fully funded things for us that we never believed would have been possible. Life doesn't have to be conventional in a 9-to-5. And if you love your 9-to-5, great. But if you're not making enough money in that space, then don't be scared to try something new and add something different. But it is by far still the best option in 2025 if you want to make a few $1,000s extra a month and you want to be able to own your time freedom. And that is something I'm not willing to sacrifice, and you should be willing to sacrifice either. So I hope that hit home for you today. And that if you are somebody that is looking for something different, you're ready for change, nobody's coming to save you. You realize that now, and you've got to do something different. Let's chat. Why not? Why not you? Why not this? Why not now? We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.